Hey, John here again. Well, welcome back to Lighter Week here on Intense Angler Outdoors. In case you're wondering, no, we did not pick up a sponsorship deal with Bic. Actually, as you probably know, I just released a video on covering the Bic lighter as a source of fire starting for either survival or just general outdoor use. There's a lot of videos out there on different methods of fire making, and I wanted to cover the importance or the place that the Bic lighter does have in fire making in the outdoors. With that said, there was a part that I wanted to include in that video, or that I thought to include rather, and it just didn't feel right adding it into the video, so we're going to do a little addendum video here today on this little guy. And what this is just a little fire kit, an emergency fire kit that you can make out of an old Bic lighter. So I'm going to give you a quick show of this, show you how I made it, show you what I got in here really quick, and show you why it may be something you may want to carry. So anyhow, let's take a look at this thing. Okay, so like we talked about in the Bic lighter video, it really doesn't matter what method of procuring fire, creating fire that you choose. Myself, of course, I do choose the good old trusty lighter here. But whatever method you choose, just make sure that it's something that you're confident in and have the skills to use when you really need it, when it counts. With that said, it does pay to have a backup, especially on an essential item like fire. Now, whether that's something you throw in your survival kit, or just toss in the pack or in your pocket, or wherever that may be, your bug out bag. There's lots of applications for this type of thing. And so what I have here is just a version of that. This is a little fire kit that I threw together out of an old Bic lighter, and we'll just go over this really quick. What I've done is, first of all, I'm going to break this open for you, but I've cut off the bottom out of an old lighter, making sure that all of the butane was completely emptied out of it, and just took a little hacksaw and cut off the bottom here. And what that allowed me to do was utilize the interior space to store things essentially. And I wrapped it with plenty of electrical tape, which I'm going to be undoing on video for you guys. So I know the excitement is just overwhelming, isn't it? But what I did was just I took a little piece of this is just a little piece of cordage. You can use anything you would like. Super glued it to the sides, and then reinforced that with some electrical tape, and that allowed me the ability to attach it whether to my pack or a belt loop or whatever that is. And then I just fashioned a little cap. Now of course you can make a cap out of pretty much anything. What I did was just took a piece of tin and fashioned a little cap out of it, so that just keeps everything in there where supposed to be. And what I've got in here is just really basic stuff. Just a Vaseline soaked cotton ball, like I talked about in the last video. That is my preferred method of tinder if I'm going to be carrying or using artificial tinder. So just really basic. I have the tinder right there, and I've also got kind of a backup in here if I can get to it. Of course, I'm going to make things complicated on video here. But just a few matches with a striker sealed, so I have actually an alternate method of creating fire aside from this within this little fire kit. As you can see, that's just hollowed out. Now, I know we covered this on the other video, but the way to get fire out of this old lighter is to utilize the flint that's in there. So as you can see in this video clip, what I'm doing is just I'm utilizing the flint that is in the lighter and putting it onto the cotton ball and just using this spark to ignite the tinder. So there you have it. Pretty simple concept here. Like I said, it's just essentially using a flint striker with a type of man-made tinder, and I've got actually a backup with the matches here. And then I've got, this is just an old piece of bicycle inner tube. And like I showed you in the other video, this is actually ignitable, the same as the rubber band. It will burn for a long time. So there's actually another source of a fire starter in there, which works even when wet. And so this is the system right here that comprises my little emergency fire kit. So that's about all I got, and I promise you guys the Bic theme on Intense Angler Outdoors is finished for now, so there will be no more videos to come on the lighter things.